Consensus is yes. Like, I'm gonna play my small blind right here. Oh, is it too late to add on? I haven't looked.
You're fine. Oh, if you haven't looked, you're good. What are you adding?
There was one that went on top. There was one that went on top.
Oh yeah, it did go on the top
A
there.
handful? Oh, I guess two.
I don't know what's going on.
You gotta fold, raise to 65.
So I'm gonna.
Aaron, you kill it. Make a decision. I'm like waiting on
Opening up this episode with a raise from Mike.
He
Plus
just has whatever.
In case you can't tell, they are playing
Is
5,
that a
10,
12?
20 here.
Yeah, that's 12.
What's that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is it too late to change my mind?
It was
Yes.
button
1200
folds.
then.
Small blind folds.
How much? 65?
65.
Yes, sir.
Big blind folds. Big
Shit,
blind
my bad.
folds.
This is a little loose for Mike. He's not loose for the game, but Mike has not been one of the looser players.
Okay.
He should be able to win if he just bets. Against Kevin, that would simply be to deny equity. He's never folding a better hand than this.
Oh, that's friendly.
80.
Or even
He's
this
not even
hand.
folding Jack 8, so
He does have 2 back doors.
there's one of them.
I assume Mike's going to shut down. Kevin's going to have a lot of bluffing opportunities on a bunch of rivers.
Doesn't
Wow.
need the bluff, makes a flush.
Holy macaroni. Mike does have the nut blocker, but
Against Kevin, does that matter that much?
nope.
He's not folding any flush if you raise.
Of course not.
Looks like Mike is considering a call. It's not unreasonable to call against Kevin with this hand, actually.
That 6 is a bad card, though.
It is.
Brings in a lot of this pairs or straights. Kevin could be bluffing with a better hand. Yeah, that's a good fold. I think it should be raise or fold here for the most part on the run out.
Nah, I think it's more like missed the bet.
Whatever.
Hey, where'd you get all those black
2380,
chips?
if that's what you need.
Huh?
Is that on the
This
last
number?
tandem?
I just snuck them out. They weren't looking.
Mike has been getting annihilated in this game. He's been running extremely poorly, very
Unless
unlucky
it's by you,
in a
then
lot of
people think it's
spots.
by you.
That's for sure.
Hey, that's not
He had a
fucked
couple
up by
wins,
cards.
though, recently, didn't he?
He did, but he sure had a bunch of big losses.
Yeah.
Really heartbreaking
Oh, that's
rivers.
not
We got him now, guys.
Fold. Fold. Fold.
Nobody ever says that about me.
Raise to 60. Fold. Fold.
Kevin basically has Kevin aces.
It is the best hand.
It is.
Currently.
Three.
It's still the best hand.
125.
Everyone has something going on.
Oh.
That's a
It's
shocker.
like a
That I called?
Yeah.
bet and a call.
Raised?
Probably.
These two are at it again.
Scary card.
Oh.
Very scary card.
I imagine your cards are red, right?
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like a reasonable guess. All things considered.
Well, there's a straight on the board, and Kevin's going to rep it.
He gets called, and it's check.
I also have a deuce. High straight.
Hey, but mine's this one.
Whatever. Ship him over here. That'd be the better kicker.
That was a good turn for you.
Kevin's the type of player that you like almost always have to call for half the pot on those boards. Kind of sucks.
Yep.
Put the 8 on the.
Let's get there.
Put the 8 on the turn.
I guess there is a flush out there too, but still.
But he's essentially just free rolling you in all those bets
Yeah.
when you're calling it. It does.
8 on the turn.
I mean, I guess if he bets enough, you could find some raises
Camera
as a
might have picked that
strategic
one
counterpoint.
They gave me
Yep.
alcohol.
It's scary. It's scary.
Of course it is. That's why no one ever does it.
Yeah.
You guys are not chopping that. Doesn't matter what the turn is.
It does, because if the 8 was on the turn, I had a straight.
He's
He has to-
referencing the queen.
What? Shut They gave me a drink. Today?
They gave me a drink. He says surprise.
I'm going to change the name of the show to
Today
Roofing Time.
today was a fast day, so
Oh, yeah.
it's like it feels like it just went.
Hey, look, a good hand.
275. Fold.
275.
Raise to 275. Fold.
Oh, and Aaron with a really good hand.
Better hand.
Fold.
Jeremy has a hand that's sad to fold, but
Especially
has
against
to.
the Aaron 3-bet, but
Call.
Which is what Cremio has to call against with this. You have to call most players,
yeah,
but
with ace-jack suited, I think you do.
especially
Deep.
Aaron. Yeah.
Also deep-ish, at least. But Aaron especially. Well,
Not a flop either player wanted to see.
Check.
Cremio at least has the backdoor flush draw to go along with his backdoor Broadway draw. But he's probably just going to fold.
his hand plays much better as a call in position, but it looks like he's counting out a call,
Wow.
and he is going to make it.
The Aaron factor.
Yep. Aaron can have a lot worse hands. There's no question.
That's a card that should scare Aaron a little bit. Cremio shouldn't have too many eights in his range, but I think he has a few.
Yep. It goes check, check. And Aaron just has the best of it. Will Cremio bluff? He does have a jack blocker for jack 10.
He might just think that ace-jack is good against
Yep.
Aaron some of the time.
I think it's reasonable to think that.
3 cents. How much? 3 cents.
Looks like he is going to bluff.
375.
Small bluff. 375 into 1.1k. It looks value-y for sure.
Yep. And Aaron is at least considering the call.
I think Aaron might be a little too price sensitive to make it correct to bet this small. There are some players that this is probably a better size against.
I mean, if Aaron calls with this, then you must be right, because it's the 1 pip better hand, right?
Yep.
Nope. He, oh.
Ooh. Oh. He's torturing Cremio, and he lets it go.
Oh, how painful is that for Aaron?
You had a pair.
Showing Aaron a bluff is probably
You
profitable
had a pair?
overall.
Yeah, I would think so.
Still
Surprised
bluffing.
himself.
Still bluffing with the best hand.
My specialty.
Aaron is a chiropractor, and if I were Cremio, I would not be going in for any adjustments anytime soon. I would be concerned about how the adjustment would go after showing that
Come
bluff.
on, Aaron's not like that.
Yeah, but
You
he
shouldn't say
But he has
things
the rage inside.
You shouldn't say things like
I mean, of course he's not gonna. Of course, I can't make a joke.
I just want to make sure everyone knows it's a joke and that Aaron is a good chiropractor and isn't going to take out his frustrations on you.
Okay,
That's
Now I
all.
can
Just
say how
want
I
to
really
be
feel.
clear.
just don't show your chiropractor a bluff. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, 120.
Same thing with a dentist, you know.
So Kevin's got the queen 3 off that he's raising here. And Danny's coming along.
Because he has a much better hand than queen 3 off, and he knows that Kevin has queen 3 off.
It has to be.
But then I was
I
like,
was- I
oh,
was-
you could have had like
I was, what do you
And
call it?
Jeremy's
Sorry to-
playing tiddlywinks, wasting all of our time.
You sound like Gabe Kaplan when you say that.
I'm his understudy.
Battery. Yeah, a battery and a green chip fell out. Is that weird?
Can't win with ace king, so let's see if I can win with this one.
Fold, fold, fold.
The chip.
Aaron calls.
You got
3 of us again.
Looks like Aaron has called with the 8 deuce suited.
toss us.
Aaron's range has widened from very wide to all of the hands.
He does flop a deuce. It is not the best hand, though. Danny has that.
And Kevin's going to bet with really no equity. He's got a backdoor straight draw, I guess. It's called in both spots immediately.
You could hit the queen.
Yeah.
17%. Danny with just a 4 is by far the favorite here. It's kind of crazy.
It's a monster.
Maybe didn't or have a bad. Did you guys?
And that is
Wow.
going to lock it up for Danny pretty much. I mean, Aaron could hit a deuce.
You got Kevin.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Kevin going to rep that? It's a good card to rep if you're Kevin.
Battery.
I mean, he checked.
There we go.
I got a coach.
Especially since you don't drink. You know?
Just gives up. Well, lucky for him, he gives up. Danny was definitely never folding.
Booze and
I
that.
was hoping there was another one.
Probably to any size on the Turner River against Kevin.
Oh, I don't think any size at
I
all.
said it's been a long
On the turn,
time
at
since
least.
there's been
Depending on
booze
the
in
river.
that.
If
maybe.
the river is an ace or a 9, maybe Danny finds a fold.
A 9 is a pretty bad card.
But it's Kevin.
But a nine is a bad
Yeah.
card for a monster. If he goes it for more than pot,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad. But that's about it. An ace ain't great, but you
Whoa.
could probably just call.
You blocking here?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Live your life for yourself.
Well, I thought I was going to come back and be on the heater. And then, surprise! You know, sometimes I will this time just for you.
Raise to 40.
All right, what percentage of hands are Aaron and Kevin going to play for the rest of the session?
Well, Aaron put in the blind 40,
And Danny has kings.
450.
and Kevin has 9.
Yeah, this is like aces against kings in most cases.
This is, and look how deep these guys are.
yeah,
I
this,
mean,
this could get pretty ugly. But
I don't think Kevin's going to put in another raise, though.
No, he probably isn't. A low board might get him in a lot of trouble.
Yep. Even a high board might get Kevin in a lot of trouble, knowing what we know.
And Aaron's going to come on. Now, Kevin might
Whoa.
put in a raise if Aaron calls.
Danny is praying. Praying.
Okay.
Aaron decides he's not deep enough,
Yeah, he's
not
right.
good enough hand.
Kevin has a very straightforward call here.
Sorry, we didn't get any FaceTime.
They are 4.8 thousand effective, though.
Pick me.
There's a lot of money behind, and 9 would be devastating for Danny.
Oh!
My goodness!
What a sick, sick flop.
If Kevin plays this fast, look out.
It's, yeah. Let's hope for Kevin's sake that he plays it fast because Danny is not folding.
But there's the call, and there's a bunch of cards that could scare Danny on turns and rivers. That is not
That's
one of
kind
them.
of one of them. 6-7 gets there.
Okay, but, you know.
And Danny
Wow,
checks back. It looks
Danny's
like
not
the
controlling.
damage has been mitigated here, and spades come in now.
3,000.
Whoa, and he bets 3,000. It's 2x pot.
Watch it not be.
What a spot. Danny does not block spades.
Wow, nice cut. Very nice.
Does Kevin bluff at this size?
I
I'm
know
not sure
very
he
well
does.
how high
Last time he bet really big on the river, he had quad aces against Stuart.
Exactly. He also bet really big on the river when he rivered a full house against Korean Mike when the 10 came in.
Do it for the blog, Danny.
So it's a very tough spot.
Danny has verbalized fold.
Yep. Good job, Danny.
Yeah.
Boy, Danny lost the absolute minimum.
Yeah.
No, you should make it.
If Kevin plays that fast on the flop, I just don't know how much money is going to go in there, right?
More than did, for sure.
I mean, he just makes it 1,000 on the flop. Danny's never folding. I assume he's calling turn and calling at least a lot of river bets, too.
Yeah, it was a big inflection point there.
Yep. Wow.
Sick ball.
What a check back on the turn by Danny.
Yeah.
That really saved him all of it, I think.
And then Kevin going really huge
Yeah.
saved him a little on the river.
A nice pot-sized bet probably gets called.
1,500 might get called.
But sometimes it's about like 1 in 10 chance.
3,000, a little too greedy that time.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Danny really knows how to navigate these waters, I have to say.
Yeah. That really could have been a spot that got Kevin to biggest winner in Poker Time history and like
Yep.
hard to not keep it for the rest of the session.
I mean, you bet 800 on the turn. He makes it 1,800. You call because it's Kevin. Then he bets 2,000 on the river. You call, and now he's got almost a full double against you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Danny's got a premium again. Korean Mike with 9s. Stuart with Jack 10 suited. Some nice hands here,
Yep.
except for action errands.
Let's go. Finally a hand I can win with.
Stewie Younger flops pretty good, but
It's
Korean
not-
Mike flops better.
He does not want to get there
Nope.
unless he
Yeah.
hits runner, queen, king of spades because Korean Mike blocks the other way. Oh, he can't. He can't get that.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
help.
impossible. Yeah.
Never mind.
That 9 of spades blocks it all.
It's over. Well, Jack.
Danny can go ace, ace, or king, king. And, of course, yes, Stuart can go 10, 10, or jack, jack.
And they can both go 8-8 if they're still in the pot.
Let's see if Stuart's going to put in the raise here or the call.
I think
like
a
a
raise
raise.
makes a lot of sense. He has a decent amount of 8s in his range.
He was in the big blind. He raised to have a lot more than Korean Mike. And Mike has just got to be loving this.
It's just such a joyful moment.
What do you do as Mike? You're on the button. So this is a place where you could call a little bit more of the time because it can't go check, check on the turn if you call.
3-betting is really strong.
So
And Stuart's
strong.
going to fold a lot of 8s if we 3-bet.
Yep. And he's probably just going to throw this hand away too if we put in a 3-bet. I think this call. Stuart is also very astute. I think we just want to call. Yep, I like this. Give him a chance to put more money in.
It's clearly the right play. I like it a lot.
Yep. Worry about everything else later. That's not a scary card at all for Mike. In fact, Stuart could have ace-8.
He could. That would be amazing.
And Stuart shouldn't be afraid of that ace either. How does Mike have? I guess exactly ace-8 or ace-9. That's it, right?
Stuart is currently worried that Mike has an 8 and is not folding
Really
though.
fucking
Yep.
mattered.
Because Mike might fold some 9s on the flop.
No,
Yeah, I think he really might.
I can't.
So the question is, how much of Mike's continuing range is actually throwing his cards away right now? Well, Stuart's going to keep
Pick a
going.
different day.
7 into 14. It's exactly half pot.
Into the abyss.
Ooh.
Mike might be sitting there thinking, like, I want to make sure I get all the maximum from a good 8 here. But you probably do no matter what. Right?
There's
Unless
not
a
too
9
many.
comes
There's
on
not
the
too many
river.
scare cards except for an ace or a 9.
Yeah.
On the first weekend, and I'll be in Nashville.
And if Stuart has ace 8 and ace, well, an ace is a bad card for Mike in that case.
Stuart has to know now that Mike has ace 9 minimum.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, he makes quads. I don't think Stuart's going to bluff
No,
into that card.
Stuart cannot rep that card at all.
He's done. It's over.
You're gonna be there
Unless-
for sure. What else you
It
got?
makes no sense at all for him to play this hand this way with a 9, with a low 9 in his hand. I guess he could have 9-8. That's it.
Now Mike is hoping that Stuart has quad 8s. That's the only way he's going to get money.
Well, if Stuart just has an 8, he doesn't have to worry about his kicker anymore.
No, but
That's all I got.
ace 9 is certainly part of Mike's range too.
Big time.
Make sure it's good.
You know, if you have 8s full, you could hope that Mike's the guy with the Jack 10.
It's good.
Mike's probably folding Jack 10 on the turn.
Yep, I agree. And when Mike can't get any more money now that Stuart's checked. We know this. He's got a pot back. I assume it's all going in.
All in.
There it is. And look how quickly Stuart folds. I like the lack of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And shows the
It's hard to
quads.
make quads. Man.
We've seen quads a bunch here. Well, at least
That was a
twice.
Very good river for me.
That's a lot, though, isn't it?
That's more than one.
Thank you. Yes, it is. Nice win for Korean Mike.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Stuart's like, geez, I was drawn dead.
We
on
get to
the
see the
flop.
Stuart like internal sadness face sometimes, which is always a fun time. Let's see if we find
This
any
one
here.
makes more sense though. Like he played the hand. much
Yeah.
more, like the other hand against Caremio, I could understand where he sort of like
Yeah.
has to really go over that in his head a lot.
Yeah.
But the turn is an interesting spot for him about should he continue or not. I don't know what he's supposed to do. I can't fault him for continuing where he's out of position.
No, it's
Wants to get to another card without getting blown off the hand, right?
we got the 40 blind raise on by Danny.
130.
Right, not 40 blinds, just 40
Yeah.
blind raise. A
Yes.
blind raise
Extremely
of 40.
reasonable.
I think the audience is astute enough to know what I.
Well, you're giving the audience a lot more credit than I do.
Yep, and I always have, and I always will. I love you guys.
I think you guys are idiots.
Danny's gonna 4 deuce it up. It looks.
It looks
4 deuce is kind of like a special hand at Meadows because of the digital Dan hand.
which is 4 deuce.
Right, which you know if you've watched the show for a long time.
Yep. Is that a big 3? Oh, it's a big 4 bet. Oh, it's really a 3 bet, though.
So sometimes at this poker club, the 4 deuce game is on, where it's like the 7 deuce game where everybody pays a bounty to the player who wins with that hand. It is not on here. Danny's just going for it.
Yep. Korean Mike with 2 5s.
It's an awkward spot.
They're not really deep enough for him to set mine, and he realizes that too and gets out of the way.
And Aaron's like, you know what? I call. I'm
I'm
extra.
suited. I'm out of position and suited. Let's
It is
go.
Danny. You are ahead
Yep.
a fair amount. You could just jam, though, with your stack at 1.1 back.
Yes. I think at 1.1 back, it's a jam, and worry about it later. If you're going to call. If you're going to put the money and put it all in. See all 5 cards. Well, we flopped a 9, and Aaron probably not folding unless some very bad cards come on turns and rivers. There are some very bad cards, though.
Danny's got a bet. It's a terrible board.
Yep.
Like, it hits Aaron way too frequently, but I think Danny just has to go for it with 4 high.
Absolutely. There's the bet in the insta call, and Danny doesn't like that.
Need black?
Oh, that could get Danny in some more trouble.
Yeah, now we can rep the ace.
Got to check it to him, Aaron. Give him the rope.
Do you have them? I'm not gonna need them.
Aaron like never has anything, and he finally actually has a strong hand here.
You're on lockdown?
What, we're not
We
gonna
knew
go
that.
all in?
Clearly, we knew that.
All in.
Oh,
Oh,
Aaron
he-
just shoves it.
Oh, no, Danny.
That is a good
Danny
one.
moved
No,
in?
no, no,
he
no. Aaron
folds.
just Aaron just donk shoved it.
I see.
Should deuce 3. Not me.
You value betting 7 high.
I should have.
We have returned.
Aaron just shipped his aces up into Danny's 4 high and did win the pot.
Did win, but was, going to win no matter what.
Had a real chance to maybe get the full double on that ace turn, but
They're just they're up here if you need.
Sure.
Whatever.
I'm calling my shot. I don't need it.
Okay. Good man.
You know how much?
Yeah, you don't need it. Fuck him.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck him. Kill him all.
How much you have?
It clearly worked for Aaron to call his
Black.
here.
1,000. You need him?
Maybe in a minute.
Jeremy doesn't need him, so you can have him if you want.
I don't need him yet. I don't need him yet.
I don't need them yet either, but it's the night is young. And I'm not
what are we
playing
at?
good, so.
Where's the 60s?
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Have just the hand for you.
Okay.
Aaron's coming along.
Yeah, he just likes to play poker. Kevin's,
So does Kevin.
Kevin's also playing. Oh, he 3-bets. Okay.
That makes more sense. Will he just win this pot right now?
Cremio might call. He's got position on Kevin.
Oh, Cremio's definitely calling against
Definitely
Kevin.
not.
And so is Aaron. And hello, Dolly. This time.
Finally, the game's out of the muck.
Let's go.
My.
Oh, there's no window, huh?
Cremio flops best.
But you don't love the ace high board.
Kevin just
Think.
shuts it down.
Just knuckles. There's a 4 for Kevin.
Now everybody has a pair.
Yep.
That seems fair.
And he just comes out and bets $310. Can you fold this Cremio?
No.
Probably not.
When the flop checks around, no.
You're getting 3-1. Aaron is unlikely to have a monster. Kevin's usually betting his top pair on the flop.
He just lets it go, though.
One time, three.
Interesting.
And Kevin, he hits the middle here. He folds out the 10 and gets called by the deuce.
It's a dream.
And he hits another 4.
Wow, it's a perfect fold by Cremio, as
Yeah.
it turns out. If he knew the future.
Way to go, Cremio.
I mean, is Aaron going to call this? Because we know Kevin's going to load up again.
He's going to want to call it.
Okay.
Well, he always wants to call
effectively
it.
the same, right?
I can't imagine him actually calling with just a deuce. He usually folds the bottom pair type stuff.
Probably. Oh, you got the
Is that
deuce?
so good?
You say it's hard to make a pair. You had me on the flop.
I know. It's like, yeah. I have you on the river too. I'm gonna. I can't believe I sacrificed.
I think it's a good fold, even against Kevin. We've seen a lot of spots where Kevin bets a hand that is hard to discern whether it's a bluff or value, and some of those hands are beating a deuce, but they're like pocket 8s, you know?
Exactly. I think that's right. Also, Kevin deciding to check the flop and bet the turn and then bet the river big is not great.
Yeah.
That feels strong.
On the river, I would have. I mean, I did.
Any other card before he
I mean, I had a rough kicker. The kicker was not very impressive. But I had a huge pair on the flop. I needed a 3.
Oh, for a straight?
Yeah.
Fold.
On a flat.
Call. Call. Fold.
Like you-
See Danny's face when Jeremy folded.
No respect for Jeremy anymore.
I think I'm being pumped. I think this whole thing might be set up. Like
You
the
just
card-
folded it with
like
9.
Josh-
You got
Josh
9
is
to 1 and you
dealing-
folded?
7-4 for
dealing-
Danny is the best hand.
Just so that I get not gonna play any hands.
I think the counter. I mean,
you check?
maybe that's real, but I think the counter to that is like, if they were going to punk someone at the table, you are not high on the list.
Why? He would get great reactions.
Thank you.
No, that's not.
full house.
That's not an insult. No,
100.
that's not a. I don't think that's an insult at all.
Who would be highest? You?
No, I don't. Any of them 3 for starters.
No way.
I don't think
No,
so.
they're
I think we're very likable.
They're unpunkable.
No, it's not. No, but no, I'm not saying it's because anyone's likable. Or
Wait a minute, which 3 are you talking about?
Never mind.
These are
I
like
give up. I give
I
up.
think I got this one.
Should've
Dan,
stopped while you're
y'all
See if
have
Danny
some
can get any
level
value here.
insults going on here,
Kevin
man.
does like to make a lot of river calls. Let's see. How much is it?
225.
Looks like he got called.
And then a call.
Yeah, here, you can have
225.
one. Do you want to
Oh, thank you.
And Kevin's stack is still large, but melting away a little bit.
And then Mike.
Like so much margarine.
Danny
You're
almost
a
got
toaster.
back as much as he lost in the potential cooler spot against Kevin with the 9s kings.
That's right. He lost 300 post flop and
Yeah.
whatever the 3-bet was pre.
But you have to, like, you haven't reacted.
I just did. I stared at the camera and was like, what the fuck is my life?
But you've been staring at the camera all night, so what the fuck?
What the fuck?
He's the closest thing we have to a Batiste.
No.
Okay. Oh, that's good call.
I had the 8 deuce offsuit.
Oh, fuck, you'd have made a pair.
Yeah.
You made 2 pair.
Yeah, and then I would have got fucked.
It seems that the table is ribbing Jeremy for not V-pipping enough.
Yeah.
Straight out the window.
Well, he does set the game. He's basically Nick Fertucci, so he can do whatever he wants.
You drew it up like a fire escape.
It's not.
Premio.
It's not true.
How did
Another very pretty hand. Yeah, Jeremy is just a player
Well,
in the game.
65?
I don't have any kids.
He no longer exists when he leaves the room. He's like an
My
NPC.
wife and a couple dogs that love me. So.
Get there.
I got enough of a reason to stick
Not a
around.
lot keeping you around.
I have enough of a reason to stick around.
I like how the cats aren't included in that.
Fuck the cats.
Fold.
The cats. the
Kevin,
cats
of course, is
do
in.
it.
Oh, in for a 3-bet. Kevin has started 3-betting a little bit more.
They don't care
Yep.
if I die.
Premio never folding this hand, I gotta believe, against Kevin's.
He's
3-bet.
wondering if he should 4-bet, and I think it's a valid question.
Bitter.
It might be better to call and let Kevin blast off when you do hit.
They're too deep to put in a 4-bet and create some weird spots for yourself out of position.
I really
It's
like
true,
it.
but Kevin
Well, guess
often
what?
Kevin
He did
often checks post flop.
But he did put in the 4-bet.
and he's getting value against Kevin's hand right
He
now.
sure is. He sure is. It looks genius right now.
I really
And
want
Kevin
to
calls
play
that fast.
Aaron doesn't want to look.
And
And that's a very comfortable flop for Caremio. You're just
Yeah.
really happy to have flopped something that you can just be excited about. Kevin with the gut shot is never going anywhere.
look at the down bet too from 600 to 325. That's pretty sweet.
Oh my God. Kevin is touched by Raw,
By Raw, I like
the
it.
sun god.
There's the check, and Kevin's gonna start betting for value. I gotta think right now, and I don't know what Caremio is supposed to do.
It's
but
not
pay him
even a
off.
heart. It's such a beautiful card for Kevin.
It's really an insane
because it knows
insane.
He bets
thing.
1.2K. Caremio can't fold, can he? It's freaking Kevin.
It seems impossible to fold 1.2 to Kevin right now. If he bet a lot, if he bet more than the pot, maybe it would seem impossible to fold. And this is the problem with that 4-bet pre.
I mean,
Is you create
overall,
this
the
big stack.
4-bet
No,
seems
no.
like it was probably a
It worked out. No.
strategically good play.
If Kevin's gonna snap call with the 3-5 off, then yes. Oh, that's a great card for Caremio.
Yeah, now Caremio can consider getting away from it. Oh, and Kevin goes all in.
Easy fold now.
Easy fold. I don't even know if Kevin should ever be going all in when the heart
I
comes.
think he absolutely should not.
He has the reputation to sometimes get paid at least, so there's that.
This is an overvaluing of his hand, though.
It is. You can't do it on a heart.
Like, how? What are you supposed to get called by? That's the problem.
A hero.
You have to really need someone to hero you.
Yeah.
But what hero does he have when Caremio check calls the turn? He doesn't have a set. He doesn't have ace jack. Those hands are betting the turn.
Mostly. Yeah.
Pretty much always. This would be a heartbreaking call if Caremio were to make it.
He's going to take some time.
Well, it's Kevin. I understand.
You're beating the missed Broadway draws.
Kevin is betting 7.3 into 4.3, just to be clear. Now, it's really 5.2 into 4.3, I guess.
Caremio
There's
makes the fold.
But it's more than pot, and that's just too much for this hand. When the nut low card comes, essentially, on the river, too.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you missed
You
it.
just feel like Kevin's just bluffing you, though. You just have that feeling.
Yeah. But if Caremio somehow could have had hearts there, I don't really know how he ever has hearts there the way that hand is played, and then find a check on the river, gets it all.
Yeah.
But how do you have hearts there and play it like that?
It's hard to have hearts there.
Yeah. Hit clubs. It's like hearts.
Yeah, it's like hearts, except they're different shape and color.
Yeah, but my point is good.
Yeah, I love it. Thank
Kevin's
you.
building back up. That's for sure. That was a nice little pot.
Oh, hello.
Kevin throws away the 8-4. I guess he's taking a break.
Jeremy finally has a hand that's worth playing.
Yep. He's going to punish these guys.
Nope.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, it's fine to call.
Korean Mike just throws away the ace-3 where it costs $20 in the big blind to complete. That is surprising.
It's a bit surprising.
I don't really understand that. 5 ways.
Check.
Does anybody have anything? A queen for Stu.
Check.
Yeah.
Ace 5 for Action Aaron is a backdoor flush draw and a gut shot.
A lot of backdoors. There's trip queens now, and Stuart's got to feel a little bit better about his kicker situation.
Jeremy and Aaron both have gut shots that could beat him.
85.
Aaron's coming along.
I think Jeremy will probably just fold now.
Yep. I fully expect him to find a fold on the paired board with all the action in front of him.
Let's go.
Well, is there another miracle in there? There is not.
Quite the stare down.
Stuart can go for some value here. Probably a smallish bet is my guess.
There's 380 in there.
You got it.
Might go for like 250, something like that.
5-7 got there, but 5-6 made a pair that might call.
Yep. 225 is the number, and Aaron with his ace 5, it's pretty bad.
Depends a lot what the other one is.
Well, I clearly don't have the nuts, or I would have. Okay.
You did one of those? Ooh.
Oh my. Oh my goodness.
Pretty sure that's a 7 that Stuart's showing there.
Didn't have a queen.
Trying to
Sure
show
will-
that he can battle with the boys.
I guess.
Let's go.
Feels like
I'll bet.
Stuart always has 5, 7, 7, 6, or a queen with that 7, right? Like kind of always.
Yep.
So
Alright, never mind. Just kidding.
Same thing.
No.
I have a question for the
Committee?
staff,
I guess
committee,
we'll-
and the
I guess
committee.
we'll know.
Could you just give me a heads up when the heater's gonna start? I'd just like to know if. So fucked.
Is that a time or is that an amount of chips he has to have and then the heater starts?
It's a time.
65.
You gotta call
Stop it.
raise to 65.
Stop it.
I'm just trying to keep it friendly.
Yeah.
So that's the way the pot's built for when you.
When I do make a
Aaron,
pair
very
one
polite.
time. One time.
Asking for a run of good cards.
Thing is, if I ever, even if it's bottom pair, I'm probably gonna just get it all in and lose everything. Just for fun.
Probably this one right here.
It's
And he's willing to pay to see if his heater begins
I mean, you know.
every hand.
that there's only one way to find out for real.
Yeah.
More subtle way. Like, yeah.
That was like our mile bet.
Well, he does flop the best hand here, and he's got Danny in slight trouble, although they chop a reasonable amount of time.
Not that often with 2 lower cards.
Not
to
that
the
often.
9.
Yeah.
160.
45. Raise to 160.
Go!
Well, he.
That was a good question.
I was like,
Look at Aaron.
"What, what's the line?" And he said 4-1.
And the horse I rode
Also,
in
one
on,
of Danny's
I thought we were
outs
gonna
is
fold
dead.
Right
My
there.
dreams trying to like book this
I'm
and make
It's
The
this
third
happen.
club.
Danny does have the club.
I checked.
Picking up some equity.
Check.
I did.
It's a pretty bad card for Aaron.
You raised 4 to 1. Are you did you run cross country then?
So is
and
that.
Danny gets
I know that
there.
he has not ran.
The heater will
at
not
all.
begin now.
I checked.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty meta
That's
there.
true.
And I run like.
Is Danny going to go for thin value?
Y'all are
Nope.
good, man. You get paid
Thought about
that
it.
fast.
Would have been interesting to go for it there.
Hey, I'm 30.
Either one.
Yeah,
It's all
I'm past my prime.
Probably doesn't
I played
work.
basketball last night. Had to go to the chiropractor today.
Wow. Good round.
Yeah. Get used
Me.
to it, dude.
What
Yeah.
a luck sack.
What happened? You made a pair, you raised, and then you just. That's fair.
Ran out club for a fucking flush? Yes.
I just
That's
understand
exactly
how
what
it's
happened.
plausible for me to hit the queen.
Thank you
Queen 7 off.
for noticing.
I would just rattle.
Oh yes.
I know he didn't know where the action
Thought I was in a fucking meter. I checked raise and everything.
All right. Sorry.
Got the.
You didn't
I do
win
not
at
bet
least 2 in a row.
$1,500.
Right?
I assumed you were one of the limpers.
How you doing, Mike?
Runner clubs are hot.
Runner 4-4, runner 4-4, runner fuck you, runner all of it.
Runner, fuck you.
That's a
Who's
good
got Venmo?
Yeah. There's the 60.
Oh.
Where are we at?
Coming back.
Looks like we have a couple of blind raises on
Yeah,
here.
it doesn't put in the dead money.
Danny with the 60. We've seen Mike fold in these spots where you could open, but you could fold too.
I think this is an open on the button. I know there's a lot more blinds than normal, but with those guys in the blinds, come on.
He does put the chips in, and Aaron finds a hand that he can fold.
Sometimes
As does
you're the
Kevin.
nails, sometimes you're the
Danny just in trouble. Danny might not even play this one. Yeah,
Wow.
just take it down.
How is there a raise and take it where there are 3 blinds and 3 of them, or 4 blinds, 5 blinds,
You're definitely the
and 3 of them are Aaron, Kevin, and Danny?
I mean, it's hard to imagine, but
Ooh.
Korean Mike gets to pull down a quick 135. Very little effort.
Yeah, that's actually the name of his podcast. It's called The Quick 135.
With very little effort.
Yeah, and it'll teach you all of Korean Mike's secrets. As far as
But
that.
it's grooming and gardening secrets,
Yeah, yeah.
to be clear. He is a surprisingly good gardener. I've seen the
Oh,
spreads.
the tomato?
Oh,
Amazing.
this guy
More
can-
like amazing. Am I right?
Yeah.
Placing the order for drinks.
I want to watch it being made.
You can grow figs in the desert, this guy.
I'll just have a wood fruit on the rocks. This guy. This fucking guy.
So here's Stuart opening the king queen, and Aaron's coming along.
You found one. Found another one.
And what about Danny? Nope.
You got it.
I guess I will have.
Aaron
I
with
guess I'll have a gin and tonic.
40% of the equity. That's not so bad.
Here we go. Here we go. Right in the window.
It was right in the window. He did make top pair.
325.
Anybody else?
And I think this is just one of the hands that's just like, okay, that was bad. Gotta let go of this one.
No back doors, no nothing good. Out of position.
Hopefully Dan
Move on.
too enthralled.
Kind of. I mean, they're just
Oh,
right
yeah,
at the
yeah,
sweet
yeah.
spot.
Yep, yep. 100%. Can we get him to run it up, too?
Ryan, when are you gonna put a dumbwaiter in? Oh wow. We have one. We have a dumbwaiter.
Nah, I'm gonna tell her you said that.
Would you like some red?
Is it really? Yeah. That's crazy. That's cool.
I am gonna tell her you said that.
Jeremy is putting on the $40 blind raise.
He has to, or the people will revolt against him.
He's finally gambling a little bit.
He got the backwards hat on now.
Oh, why would he
flipped
do
it around?
What is he doing it with the 10-6 off, though? He should wait for a slightly better hand, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Bad play.
Mike is going to open it up. Looks like Cremio has a hand that he can either call or raise. Against Mike, I expect him to just call.
I mean, he could also fold this hand, to be clear.
Yeah, but in this game, that's just not happening. He is 3-betting.
Against Mike, of all people,
Yeah.
opening, I think you could absolutely fold. But anyway.
3-betting is probably better than calling.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, don't say that out loud. It's embarrassing.
And Jeremy's adventure of straddling ends.
And now Korean Mike, with the king-queen off, doesn't play great out of position.
Suited, it would be so nice to just call and see a flop, but unsuited, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, let it go.
Tis but a paper cut, you know?
Oh, when
But
you
a
play
nick.
the hand?
Quite a bit wilder. What are you
Are we
thinking?
speaking in ye old English now?
Perhaps.
I've been playing
Did they have paper
hands.
cuts back in the day?
Not as much. The paper was a lot more expensive. So
Also, it was duller.
yeah.
Now it's
Yeah, what's the
sharper.
big
Yeah.
guy?
Look at these V-pips. Kevin at 73%. Jeremy at 17%. There it is.
Atta girl. Way to
The
go.
yin, the yin and the yang of it all, you know?
It's
Is mine
a
over?
Three guys-
perfect,
Is it 3?
perfect representation of the universe.
Yeah. 3 guys over 50%.
Can we all take? Can we all
Which
take-
3? Which 3, though?
12.
Yeah.
No, 20, 24.
I believe that's just a misread
Yeah.
there by
Wait a minute,
the
hold on.
software.
I'm gonna say that
Same hand cream you had
my
last time.
number is less than Stuart's.
That's
I'm saying Stuart's 21. He's saying
And
24.
just to
Do it with the sailboats.
Raise to 125.
Nice.
I'm taking the Kaplan mantle, you know. He used to always call the hands by their colloquial names, especially the pairs.
Walking sticks, sailboats,
Yeah.
crabs,
Yep.
38.
crocodiles.
What are 10s? Just 20?
Do you have a?
No one says 20.
But it's pretty good.
Eh,
You don't like it?
It's
It's
not that good.
10 plus 10.
it's pretty bad.
It's 20.
Pretty dumb. Anyway, here's Stuart with his pocket fours and 2 unknown hands, and there's a 4 in the window.
And it's Kevin and Danny, and you have bottom set, and this is a dream.
Yes, it is.
That is the dream situation. Kevin and Danny in bottom set.
Stuart just checks.
No, he does not.
Okay.
All the other things
You're
are-
right. Good. Stuart bets 200. It
Do you have
looks
the
like.
stat for who
Yep.
lost the most chips?
And there's
Kevin
the call.
calls. He could have a whole host of things. Not going to speculate.
It is hard to imagine. Well,
That's a great card for Stuart. Kevin very rarely has 10-8.
yeah, and the flush comes in, so there could be a huge win here for Stuart sometimes.
Whoa.
He's just like, don't put an 8 or a 10 on the river. Just don't do it to me.
Yeah.
Nicest fucking, like, genuine,
Definitely want to bet here. There's so much value to be had.
heart, love the world.
360.
Looks like Kevin has
And
no
that's
value
just
at
going to
all.
end it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it for this episode. We'll see everybody next week for some more poker time, more of the session.
Sounds
Better
good.
Than most, man. And like you're actually one of the kindest hearted people like in the world. It's pretty cool.